Hello there and welcome to Python scripting for data sciences, right? So as you can see, harness the power of Python is before you. And I welcome you all and thank you for giving us an opportunity to at least serve the people of Jammu and Kashmir in this lockdown, or we can say amid this 2019 COVID lockdown. So it is better, instead of COVID-19 taking better of us, why don't we take better of COVID-19, and why don't we make something out of it, right? And why don't we make something out of the time so that we prepare ourselves for the near future, right? And before I get started with Python, so there are many questions you may ask, right? Or you may have those questions, or maybe you have them or you may not ask them, all right? And without you asking those questions, so let me answer all of the questions. What is Python? Right? You all know it's in demand. Right, even CBSE board has now introduced Python in schools. If you are not in school and if you have not learned Python in school, doesn't mean that you're not going to start with Python, doesn't mean that you're not going to learn Python. So right, so as an institution, it's our duty to help you up to the extent, right, possible under us. So I'll be making this video is very important, right, because this is going to clear everything. This is going to set up the roadmap for the future, right? This is going to define and articulate whatever is coming in the near future and each and everything. So let's get quickly started with why Python. So let me quickly go, and I have this list here. All right, datasciences.com, top 10 in-demand programming language to learn in 2020. So if you have specifically clicked to learn Python, then you're at the right place. So now we'll go ahead and see number one, right? So number one is Python right here. As simple as anything, right? Number one is Python. Right, you can see developed Python in 1990. Guido van Rossum developed Python in 1990. As a side project, nobody has thought it would be the most programming language one day. But considering each and every single thing, this is the most in demand, right, programming language. And this is the language that is basically creating hustle and bustle for not only engineers, MTechs, BTechs, for each and everyone. A normal 12th standard student is coming and excelling Python and going and replacing, a BTech student. Why? Who would have thought that skill is now going to be an option? Right? Who would have thought maybe 10 years back, 15 years back, that it is not the qualification but the skill of an individual which will be required by an industry. The industry is not looking for qualification. Industry is looking for a particular skill, and that skill is the best thing that we are giving you. For example, if you want to eat best. If you want to drink best. If you want to wear best. If you want to learn best, right? So that's what we have come up with Python, so that we are not giving you something ordinary, but something pretty extraordinary, right? So why Python? Let me continue with jobs around the market. So now what are the jobs available? Now you can clearly see there are millions and millions. Today, India requires around 20,000, you can see, 20,837 jobs with a salary of 2 lakh to 3, right? And there are some salaries which are not disclosed. If you are an experience, you're going to get around 18 lakh 50,000 CTC, right? 5 lakh to 14 lakh 1 year. Okay, if you're just 1 year experience in Bangalore, they are paying you up to 5 to 14 lakh rupees per annum. Let me zoom it. You can see 14 lakh means around you will be getting 1 point some lakh per month. Python developer Gurgaon to salary not disclosed. So I'm checking Naukri.com. You can check yourself. And if you doubt that you're not going to get job after Python, you can go to Naukri.com and put your resume and see the number of calls you will get, right, for Python. It's basically the demand is high, the supply is low. If they demand 200, let's say about employees, we are able to give only 20 because we are not able to produce manpower up to that extent. And even manpower is running after certificates and government jobs. Imagine an individual in Kashmir is sitting for 40 years. He waits 40 years back home to get a government job. And how many years does he work for government? Right? He will work for 20 years. And now, isn't it injustice? You're waiting for, let me say this, that you're waiting for 40 years, right? right? And to do job for just 20 years and get retired at the age of 60. So wasting 40 years. It's a complete waste, right? See, because yeah, all those who do not want to work hard, who are not aspired, who are just careless and lethargic, who are students who do not have that amount of passion in them, right? They tend to like search for a job wherein they don't have to do anything, or they search for a job wherein they have to do nothing at all, right? So let's not make this Python programming just a job for us. Let's make it our passion, right? Only when you make it our passion, and I'll give you the reason. Why would you make, or why would an individual student like you make Python as passion? Now, if I go to this website right here, so let me refresh it to check the COVID-19 score of India. My God, it's raising. Now, India has reached 28,071. I still believe that it's poor testing, so 28,000 is still a good number, and 884 deaths out of 1.3, 1.4 billion people in India. But yeah, now let me understand, or I just do a lot of tongue twisters these days. I don't know what has happened to me. Right, so let me come back and focus. Okay, now we still have 228 confirmed so far. But yeah, now this is what data sciences is. Now, if I tell you, show you the glimpse of data science. Now you can see that in January it started with 30th January we had only 1 confirmed, and 17th February we had only 3 confirmed, and 5th March, would you believe, we had only 5 confirmed, and 5th March, 2nd March 5, 5th March we had 30 confirmed. Let me zoom in for you, and 30th March 91. And it all started, I suppose, from 1st of April, wherein we had first 424 positive cases being reported, and then 560, then 579, then 1,600, then 609, then 1,600, and it just went like a rocket after that, right? Now you can see 1,000 per day, 886, 922, 1,300. Now you can see the rise. Now this is basically a plot, developed using Matplot. All right, so it's designed using Matplot. All right, you can see, right? So this is what we do in data analytics using Python. We visualize things. Now you can see that you're visualizing data right here, and you're clearly seeing that it is a hike. You're taking a J curve. That COVID-19 rate in India is taking a J curve, or we can say COVID. So I can say COVID-19, right? World. We can say worldwide, right? Data. So I'll say worldwide data. So what is worldwide data showing you? Or COVID-19 in America, right? So yeah, you can see this here. Now you are getting confirmed cases 896, recovered 119, and deaths 55,470. Now you can see all the data is coming right here. So this is all because of data analytics. It's not only that. If you see remaining things, how many are active, you can see that here. So this is called visualization of data analytics. How many have recovered? You can do a comparison, right? You can easily do a comparison. What was it at the time of beginning, right? And then in 1 month, then 2 weeks. Now you can clearly see the rise is happening. Now what they say, the scientists say, because of data. Once they collect data, each and every data analytics scientist is saying these days that this line has to reach a peak. Only when the line reaches the peak will it come down. So it has not reached the peak. Alright, so it's all the peak, every single thing, the words that you hear these days are data analytics words, right? And you can even see that there are sources. You can download this file and start doing your own data analytics with it, right? Data analytics, not only that, all the businesses today rely on data points. All the businesses today focus on data sciences. They do not take decisions on the basis of hypotheses and assumptions. All the decisions that they take today are the decisions which are based on data, correct decisions, data-driven decisions, not hypothetical decisions, right? So that is what you need. You don't need to be, there's no need to be or don't need to have any prerequisite knowledge of Python before starting Python. Even if you do not know anything, you start with zero. Yes, you're starting with zero, you do not have any knowledge of Python. Python is even introduced in CBSE. When they start in 8th class, they still may not have any knowledge of Python. So you also don't have any knowledge of Python. This is absolutely all right. It is not required at all. All right. Because you can straightforward start as a layman. You can start with Python and do wonders and miracles, and believe me, in just 2 or 3 months and 4 months get ready for jobs. Isn't it magic? But yeah, you'll have to do work. You'll have to work very hard, and you'll have to be in sync with me. You'll have to be synchronous with me. For example, if I tell you do this, you'll have to do this, and if I tell you do that, and you'll have to do that. You cannot disappoint me because you're not in front of your faculty so that the faculty sees you. Hey, don't do this, do that. Right? We're not going to stop you from doing anything else, but yeah, we can rely that you're watching the lectures and you're equally contributing and practicing up to the extent possible under you. Right? But in case if you require our help, we are 24/7 available on WhatsApp to provide, even if you face any problem. Right? Whenever you face problem, pause the video, ask your faculty. Right? The faculty will assist you. You can call your faculty, you can WhatsApp your faculty, you can SMS your faculty, you can email your faculty, anything. So there's no way to escape. Rather than giving 200 reasons for not achieving things, I would like to hear from you a single reason for achieving this. Right? And you will be surprised to see that never ever on the face of this earth has any institution been able to create a free syllabus like we have done for you guys. Let me show you the glimpse of free syllabus that's coming for you. And the certification will be provided jointly by NIIT and Interface Technologies Private Limited. Right, and we are going to start. The roadmap is first for the 20 days course, and it is going to be rigorous 20 days training. Right, and the syllabus is like this. We're going to start with Python, and it is full Python core programming. So it's not going to be a crash course. Crash course has some limitations, right? Where in the crash course you can only do what we teach you to do or what we train you for. Right? If you want to do everything on your own, experiment, right, and develop, for that you require a full stack course. So it's a full Python programming course. It's not going to be a half stack, it's always going to be a full stack for you. All right, and working with lists is absolutely there. Working with sets, dictionaries, and tuples, Python dictionaries, and list comprehensions. Working with files, like you want to work with Excel files, CSV, which is comma separated values, and TXT files, input and output streams in Python, user-defined functions in Python. And many of you will say, hey sir, we're not aware of these things, right? So I can understand that you're not aware, but yeah, working with built-in functions, learning with bitwise in Python, Python libraries and uses of Python, importing user-defined functions, and using math also. So this is going to cover almost full core Python programming in 20 days. So it is going to be absolutely free for you guys. All right, but yeah, in case you demand certification, you demand some extra things, right? So online examination is not free because it's not up to my extent. I can train you, I can teach you free, but wherever we have to use other resources and other things to schedule different things, certifications, examinations, so that is going to be extra. So online examination fees is 1700 rupees plus taxes extra, and for certification you'll have to give 640 rupees. And what is the passing score for this examination? It is going to be 50% minimum. If you're 49%, you fail. If you're 50%, and so far all pass. We don't, if you attend all 20 lectures, I take responsibility of passing you. You don't take responsibility of yourself, right? All right, and then after that we start with more 15 days of rigorous trainings, which is pass outs to start with Python web designing. So I'll just zoom in for you. We are going to start with Python, right? To start with Python web designing and development using Django. So it is going to be a great fun. So we will be developing applications like this. All right, so now we will be transforming all the knowledge we are having over the web using Django MVC framework. Working with Anaconda and Spider. So yeah, we'll have another framework installed, which is this Anaconda. So we'll be working with Anaconda, and then we'll get started with scientific Python. So you're slowly becoming scientific, right? And yeah, you'll become scientist. Data scientist is what you want. You want to be a scientist. It's not going to be easy, but we are with you. right, using NumPy, and then this is going to be for the scientific Python, and getting started with data analytics as well. So these 5 things will come after 20 days, so making the total course almost 40 days you are going to learn this. And now if you want data analytics certificate as well, so you'll have to pay the certification and the examination fees, and all those who pass both the examinations will go and learn artificial intelligence engineering and data sciences. But we have to focus on this. The first path is complete Python scripting, which is absolutely free for first 20 days. So let us concentrate on first 20 days, and I will give you my requirements. What do you want? What do I want? Why? I still have some tongue twisters, and you'll have to bear with me. As you know that whenever I start training people, I have dogs at the backyard. They start barking, so they also learn Python, right? So you'll have to bear with me and listen to dog barks at times, right? So listen to them barking and keep learning. And what are the requirements? So what I require from you is to be consistent, right? So consistency is very important, right? Now why is consistency important? So I don't have to explain it. So consistency means consistency, right? All right, or let me go to MS Word and type my requirements, right? What do I require from you? So you have to be consistent, right? So I make a lot of spelling mistakes. And now number second, you have to be, now because your faculty is not in front of you, your instructor is not in front of you, right? You'll have to be bold to ask, keep on asking till the time you're satisfied, right? Number 3, no or we can say knowledge, right, of programming is required. So we don't require any there's no prerequisite. If you're starting fresh, it's absolutely, I take your guarantee, it's absolutely all right. So even if you don't have any knowledge of or previous knowledge of any programming language, all right, answer the questions, right? This is what is required, because if I'm asking the question, I'm not sure whether you're watching or whether you're learning or whether you are, maybe I have no idea of what you guys are doing, because you guys are not in front of me. And for that, I request you to encourage your instructors. Your instructors are doing quite, in these circumstances, even they are preparing lectures for you, and they are doing quite a while for you guys. And what I want from you guys is to encourage them, so that they come to know, and they don't want to only come to know, they believe that you are watching and learning. They can go to the extent, they can go to any extent unless they know that you are learning, right? So that's the basic thing that is required, right? Take out time. And now you know that you are going to be a complete personality after 3 months. So it is just 3 months. You're taking 3 months to completely transform yourself. What you have done right from 10th class, or maybe right from nursery to 10th class, 12th class, some of you may be and maybe graduates, maybe postgraduates, who knows. But yeah, there are many different things that you have to understand that you have been learning so far, right? So, or what we can say, you have not been learning, right? Let me be very frank with you. You have been studying everything, right? We know that we are in habit of, studying whenever exam date sheets are out. We've never been exposed to practical training. So now today, what we are going to do, we are first time being exposed to practical trainings, and you don't have to escape from it, face for it. Face it. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And to win, you need to begin. I repeat, be consistent, be bold to ask, right? No knowledge required. You will do, inshallah. Each and everyone will do. What is the main thing? Do I require you to be intelligent? No. Even if you are not intelligent, it will work. Do I require you to be hardworking? No. But I require you to be patient. All those who are patient are programmers. All those who are patient are developers. All those who are patient are engineers. All those who are patient are data scientists. Only patience is the key. That is what, out of all what I have written here, one thing which is the key, that is, and patience being the key, right, which is required, right? And you need to be patient, patient, and patient. Not the patient which is in the hospital, but you need to be completely patient, right? So unless you're patient, I'm with you, we're with you. Let's get started by downloading the Python and start immediately. Now to start with Python, what I do, I'll go to, or I can say Google, you can Google download Python 3.7. This is the first step, right, that we are going to take before we start with Python. So let's carry on with this. So the first step is that you start downloading Python 3.7. So type Google Python 3.7 and click on the first link that is here, python.org, and you are going to be redirected to this website, python.org. Go down, and yeah, finally you will find it here. I'll zoom it. Now you can find here, right, Windows x86 64 executable installer. Do you find it? Right, Windows x86 64 executable installer. Now what you got to do is download this file, right, as soon as possible. So I'll click on this file, executable installer. Yeah, it's 25.5 MB, so it is going to take a while, right? So once you are done with the download, right, you got to open the file, install. You are very well versed of how to install different things, so you already know them, right, how to install and how to work with different things, right? After you install Python, you're going to have two things available, which is IDLE. You can see this IDLE, Python 3.7, right, and you can have this Python 3.7 command prompt available, right? So now this is your Python 3.7 command prompt. Now to test, you can say 1 + 1 and it shows you 2. You are ready to go, right? And then start working with idle. Now I will open this idle right here. Ideally it's a Python shell, all right? I'll just minimize it. Okay, just a moment. Okay, this is Python shell, so we can straightforward get started with Python shell. In case if you are facing any difficulties in installing Python, which is still getting downloaded from my side, because mine is already downloaded, I'll cancel, right? So now in case if you face any problems, do WhatsApp me. I shall be content, and I shall be my pleasure in, you know, helping you and letting you install Python like a pro, right? Okay, once you have downloaded it, you can start doing this 1 + 1 2, right? 2 divided by 1 2.0. You can do 2 multiplied by 2 4, right? You can do 2, right, modulus to 0, right? And now if these things work, and if you get the response like you're getting today, which means that you have successfully installed Python and your Python is completely configured, right? And we shall be starting, your timings will be 4:30 p.m. every day, right? And try to keep yourself available at 4:30 p.m. on WhatsApp, all right? And while watching videos and going through the videos, do inform me if in case you face any problem in installation or anywhere you face any error. You'll have to inform me. You can call me, right? I'll write down my number here, add me. So this is my number, 9419441234. You can message me here, right here. So once we have 4G connection available, then we'll go live on WebEx, Cisco WebEx, or we can take help from Google Classroom. And since we don't have high-speed internet available at this moment in time, so it is better to count on what we have rather than what we could have in the near future. It's not an option for us, right? Okay. 1 2 3 4 4 4. Okay, now this is my phone number, 19419441234. Right, so this is my phone number. You can add me, WhatsApp me, right, any moment in time, and I shall be very, very happy, right? And please do not disappoint yourself. Be patient. Trust none but yourself. In 3 months, it's my challenge. You are going to rock and master this. And now, in first 30 days, I'll come and take feedback from you guys after 30 days, right? And in case if you require me to go fast, or in case you require me to go slow, let me know down in the comment section your views, your thoughts. I shall be grateful, and I'll have to give you time so that you can set up your machine, right, and install each and everything. And tomorrow we'll get started, and every day we will be having 45 to 50 minutes of class every day from tomorrow. Today I want you to set up your environment, right? As soon as your environment is set, right, so that means I expect it to be set right now after watching this lecture. That means you are going to be ready tomorrow. By tomorrow we are going to start with 45 to 50 minutes lecture. And yeah, in case if you require me, just call me or give me a buzz or maybe WhatsApp me, right? And let me know down in the comment section if you want any change and whatever you feel like, right? And till then, tomorrow, what date is today? Today is 27th, so I'll see you on 28th of April 2020 with the first class of programming. No introduction, just programming. And I wish all the champions and I wish all the aspired champions of Jammu and Kashmir all the very best. And remember that you are not a liability, you are an asset. So let's go and pro it. Bye bye. Take care.